Let us have a look on the other example. 4x square minus 9x minus 100 is equals to 0. Again, the first thing you need to check is whether the equation is in standard form or not. So this is already in standard form. As you can check, square term, x term and constant all are on left hand side. The next thing, you have to multiply the number of first term and the number of last term. So number of first term is 4 and the number of the third term is 100, and 4 into 100 is 400. I repeat, you have to multiply the number of first term and the number of last term, that is third term. After that, you have to keep your hand on the sign of third term. So your sign is minus. So you have to find such a factor of 400 that after subtracting it is 9. Correct? Now, student, when it is 3-digit or 4-digit numbers, you can't find by 1 into what is 400, 2 into the method which we learnt in the last sum. You can't find by that. It will be quite difficult for you. And also you will not get an answer up to the multiple of 9. So when there is a greater than 2-digit number, like a 3-digit, 4-digit numbers, that time you need to find a factors by prime factorization. It means you have to first prime factor this number 400. So the prime factorization is 2 into 200, 2 into 100, 2 into 50, 2 into 25, 5 into 5, 5 into 1. Now, you know that all this number, the product of all this number is nothing but 400. Now, you can make a pair of these numbers as convenient. Like, so let us start. You have to try all the pairs, all the possible pairs, all the possible groups of the prime numbers, you can say. So the first I will try is, I will first take the number 5 and the rest of the numbers. So rest of the number is 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 2s are 16 into 5. So 5 and 80. But 80 minus 5 will not give me 9. So now I need to check the other pair. So I will now take 5 with 5. So 5 5s are 25 and the rest of the numbers is 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 2s are 16, and 25 minus 16 is 9. So this pair is correct for our question. Correct? So let us write 4x square. First I will write the factors and then I will put the sign. I want minus 9. So when I want minus, answering the minus term, in previous question also we saw that you have to give a sign to the greater one, the minus. Then only it is possible to have the minus 9. So minus 25. That sign you can just decide as you understand. Whatever is the method you can apply for that. Now factorization. Make a group of 2 2 and remove the HCF. You know the highest common factor amongst them. So 4 and 25, so I can't see anything common in 4 and 25, I can only see that x is a common. So x minus 25, sorry, 4x minus 25. Next, 4 4s are and 25 4s are. So 4 is common, so from here it will be 4x plus minus minus, you have to also check the sign and it will be 25 is equals to 0. Again, out of these two terms, I can see 4x minus 25 is common and then x plus 4 is equals to 0. And now we will apply a zero product law. That means we will compare both the terms by 0 and you will always write here that you have applied a zero product law. You have to always mention that. So now we will further solve it as 4x is equal to 25. So x is equals to 25 upon 4, or this side x is equals to minus 4. And these are the roots of the quadratic equation. I again remind you that the value of the x which satisfies the equation is called as the roots of the quadratic equations, and the roots will be always written in the solution set. So let us write the solution set here. Your solution set is 25 by 4, or you can put a comma minus 4. Continuing with the examples of factorization method, with one more example, I will explain you. 2 root 5 x squared minus 3x minus root 5 is equals to 0. This question, if you observe, the value of a and c are irrational. The examples which we did till now was having a rational number at the place of A and C. But here, literally you have to be careful while solving. So let's start. The first thing you have to observe is equation is in standard form or not. So x square term, x term and constant all are on left hand side. So done. We can start by multiplying the number of first term and the number of third term. So first term is 2 root 5 and the third term is root 5. So how we will multiply is rational with rational. So here there is no rational, so 2 as it is, into irrational with irrational. Root 5 to root 5, as you know it is 5. So 5 into 2 is nothing but 10. Now you have to remove such factor of 10 that after subtracting it should be 3. Very easy. 1 into 10, but 10 minus 1 is not 3. Then 2 into 5. So here is your factor because 5 minus 2 is 3. So let's substitute 2 root 5x square. At the place of 3x you will write 5x and 2x. After that we have to again think for sign. So you need minus 3. So of course when you put minus 5 plus 2 it will give you a minus 3. Let's remove the common. Here if you observe 2 root 5 and 5. So there is nothing common for 2. But if you observe for root 5 and 5, yes there is a common. You can write 5 as root 5 into root 5. Basically 5 is made up of 2 root 5s. So here there is 1 root 5 and here there is 2 root 5. So 1 root 5 is common. For 2 there is nothing common. But for root 5 and 5, yes. Out of 5 I will take 1 root 5 common. So inside the bracket, okay, and there is one more x common. So root 5 and x is common. From first term 2 and out of 2x, 1x is out, so 1 will be inside, minus out of 2 root 5, I have taken 1 out, so 1 will be inside. Next, out of this 2 term, 2 and root 5, no chance, there is no common, neither there is x or anything, there is nothing common, so when there is nothing common we write 1. So nothing as it is 2 root x minus root 5. Again, out of these 2 terms, 2x minus root 5 is common. So what will left? Root 5x plus 1. Again, applying the zero product law, 2x minus root 5 is equals to 0 or root 5x plus 1 is equals to 0. You have to write by zero product law. Now, solving further for x, 2x is equals to root 5 and x is equals to root 5 upon 2. This side, root 5x is equal to 1 will shift that side, it will become minus 1. So, the value of x will be minus 1 upon root 5. As I have already discussed, these are the values which will satisfy the equation. So, we called it as roots of the quadratic equations. And the roots of the quadratic equation we will write as a final answer in the form of solution set. And in the bracket, that is in a round bracket, root 5 upon 2, minus 1 upon root 5. Student, last two example. Again we are asked to solve these questions by factorization method, and the first rule to solve the sum by factorization method is first your question should be in standard form. Of course this is not in standard form, but we know the basic rule of mathematics when there is two expression in between there is equals to sign, and that too the expression is the form of a fraction. How we solve? By cross multiplication. So let cross multiply and simplify. So x plus 1 multiplied by 2x minus 5 is equals to x minus 1 multiplied by 3x minus 7. You know the rule, to multiply two brackets, every term of first bracket is multiplied by whole second bracket. So let's frame it, x into 2x minus 5 plus 1 into 2x minus 5 is equals to, so this side, x into 3x minus 7 minus 1 into 3x minus 7. Next, let's open the bracket, 2x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 5 is equals to 3x square minus 7x. Here there is a minus sign, you have to be careful. 1 into 3x is 3x, minus minus plus, 7 into 1 is 7. Gather the like terms. So here First let us simplify the LHS and RHS individually. So minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3x minus 5 is equals to here 3x square minus 10x as minus 7 minus 3 plus 7. Further we will gather the like terms. Since 3 is greater, we will shift 2x that side. Why? Because we will always try to keep first term positive. That is a square term. You have to always keep a square term positive. So I will shift all the terms this sides. So 3x square minus 2x square minus 10x plus 3x plus 7. All these terms are that side. All left hand side terms I am shifting to the right side. Now plus 7 plus 5 is equals to 0. Further 3x square minus 2x square is x square minus 10 plus 3 is minus 7 and plus 7 plus 5 is plus 12. And further you know how to simplify. The factor of 1 into 12 is 12, factor of 12 in such a way that after adding it should be 7. I repeat, the number of first term and the last term is nothing but the product of the numbers of first term and the third term is 12, and such a factor of 12 after adding it should be 7. So let's start. 1 into 12, it will not work out. Then 2 into 6, again 2 into 6 is 2 plus 6 will not give you 7. Then 3 into 4, correct. 3 into 4 is 12 and 3 plus 4 is 7. So let's continue. X square, then 3x. At the place of 7x, you will split 7x as 3x and 4x. And now you have to put a sign here. You need minus 7. If you put plus 3 plus 4, you will get plus 7. So plus will not work out. Minus plus, no, because minus 3 plus 4 will give you plus 1. Then plus minus, again it will not give you, it will give you plus 1. But if you put minus both the sides, then it will give you minus 7, because minus 3 minus 4 is. So you have to, before you put a sign, you have to put one thought. Now again you have got 4 terms, so you have to remove a common out of, making group of 2. So x minus 3, and here there is 4 ones are, 4 threes are. Again when you remove minus common, you have to be very careful, minus plus minus. And again the 2 terms, out of these 2 terms, x minus 3 is common. So in other bracket it will be x minus 4. Applying the zero product rule, you will give zeros to both the terms, and you will always mention that by zero product law. Next, so your answer is x is equals to 3 or x is equals to 4. These are the roots of the given quadratic equation, and which we will write in the form of round bracket separating by comma. So this was one example. Now in quadratic equation, in certain situation you may find that the equation is having a highest power 2, but there is no x term, that is that bx is missing. So you don't have to worry. What we will do is, we will always shift this square term coefficient on other side, and then, so actually you know that 6 is in a relation of multiplication with square term. So when you take it on other side, it becomes division. So now it is x square is equal to 25.69, and as you know, in factorization method, you need to find the value of x. So I don't want this power 2. So to remove square, you know that children, we take a square root. So let's take a square root on both the sides. So when you take a square root on both the sides, your answer will be x is equals to plus minus 5.6. Why plus minus? You are already aware that when something comes out of a square root, there is 2 chances. So your solution for this solution set for this answer is 5/6 or minus 5/6. So here we ends up with the method factorization.